Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Change Dude podcast. Today, we are diving into the transformative world of CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous deployment. If you are a developer just starting out or looking to build stronger automation practices, this episode will break down the basics of CI/CD, its importance, where it fits into front-end and back-end workflows, and the popular tools out there to get you started. We will talk about how CI/CD boosts speed, accuracy, and efficiency in software projects. Plus, we will close with some teasers on the role of front-end developers in today's DevOps landscape, leading us into next week's discussion. So let's jump right in. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is CI/CD? It stands for continuous integration and continuous deployment, or sometimes continuous delivery. It's a methodology that has dramatically changed how we build, test, and release software. The idea behind CI/CD is simple but powerful. By constantly integrating and testing code changes in an automated way, we can reduce the chances of bugs, making it to production, and ensure that code is always deployment ready. Imagine the traditional way of building software, where you might have a big release every few months or even years. When you finally deploy, the code base is huge, and so the chances of errors. CI/CD takes this process and breaks it down into smaller, frequent releases with automated checks along the way. This methodology is game-changing for both front-end and back-end teams. Let's talk about where CI/CD comes into play for front-end and back-end developers. For back-end developers, CI/CD is a bit more straightforward. With each code change, whether it is a bug fix, new feature, or security update, CI/CD pipeline handles the heavy lifting of integrating these changes, running unit tests, and pushing them into staging environments for quality checks. Since backend servers often rely on complex systems and infrastructure, CI/CD pipelines make the process more seamless and reliable. For front-end developers, CI/CD offers specific advantages too. Imagine you are building a React or Vue application. Every update to the user interface, every animation, every interaction needs to be smooth and bug-free across various devices and browsers. With CI/CD, you can set up pipelines that automatically run tests across different browser environments and even simulate mobile devices. For example, tools like Browser Stack or Sauce Labs help test front-end builds across different browsers and devices within the CI/CD process. So, in short, whether you are working on front or back-end, CI/CD ensures that your changes are tested, reliable, and ready for deployment. Alright, let's focus on CI, first part, continuous integration. This is the part where developers' code gets merged or integrated into a shared repository, often several times a day. Every time there is a new code change, the CI kicks in, runs a series of automated tests, and ensures the new code doesn't break anything in the existing code base. For CI, you might use tools like Jenkins, Circle CI, or GitLab CI. Each of these tools works by checking the code, running tests, and alerting developers if any tests fail. It's a major advantage because it enables teams to catch issues early rather than at the end of a big project. Imagine merging code at the end of a 2-week sprint only to find multiple issues. Then it's a nightmare. CI avoids that by testing each change in real time. For a front-end example, let's say you are working on a React component. With CI, every pull request you make to update that component is automatically tested. You might use something like Jest for unit tests, Selenium for UI tests, and Cypress for end-to-end testing, all of which can run as part of the CI process to validate the changes. Next up, we have got the CD in the CI/CD, which stands for continuous deployment or continuous delivery, depending on your pipeline goals. With continuous delivery, the goal is to ensure that code changes are always in a deployable state, but they're deployed only when the team or manager decides to deploy. So it's ready to go but needs a manual push. Continuous deployment, however, goes a step further. Here, every change that passes the CI tests is automatically pushed live. This is the purest form of CI/CD because there is no human intervention once the code passes the tests. It's perfect for high-scale applications that need rapid changes like e-commerce sites or social media platforms. Popular tools here include GitHub Actions, AWS Code Pipeline, and Bitbucket pipelines. For instance, let's say you are updating a Node.js API on the backend. With continuous deployment, every push to your main branch can automatically deploy the latest updates to a staging or production environment. For front-end work, CD tools also enable front-end developers to update websites or applications quickly and confidently. Let's dig into some of the most popular CI/CD tools and how they are used in the industry. Jenkins is an open source automation server, great for complex builds that need a lot of customization. It's highly flexible and supports a wide range of plugins. Then GitLab CI/CD. If you are using GitLab as your repository, their built-in CI/CD is a solid choice. It's easy to set up and manage with a strong integration for both code and CI/CD management. Then we have GitHub Actions. This is a GitHub's own CI/CD solution, which is perfect for developers already familiar with GitHub. It's easy to set up and works seamlessly with GitHub repositories. There is another popular tool called Circle CI, known for fast performance. Circle CI is popular with teams that need to scale CI/CD processes across multiple projects. Then there is Travis CI, which is a favorite open source project for many. Travis CI integrates well with GitHub and is great for both beginners and smaller teams. Each of these tools has its own strengths, so it's about finding the best fit for your project and team needs. There is also front-end specific tools for CI/CD like Browser Stack and Sauce Labs that let you test front-end code across multiple devices and browsers. CI/CD isn't all smooth sailing though. There are a few challenges developers and teams commonly face. Number one, initial setup complexity. Getting a CI/CD pipeline off the ground can be time-consuming, especially in larger projects. Number two, resource costs. Running CI/CD pipelines, particularly for resource-intensive tests or complex integrations, can be costly. Number three, tool maintenance. Keeping all the CI/CD tools updated and compatible with other parts of the tech stack can be another hidden cost. Number four, pipeline optimization. With too many steps, a CI/CD pipeline can actually slow down the development process. It's essential to find a balance. Ensure your tests are effective without bogging down the release process. Despite the challenges, CI/CD is worth the investment. A well-implemented CI/CD pipeline results in faster deployments, better code quality, more reliable applications, and overall greater team productivity. It's essential for developers looking to produce consistently high-quality software while reducing the overhead of manual testing and deployment. Before we wrap up, let's talk about what's coming next. Our next episode dives into the evolving responsibilities of front-end developers in today's DevOps world. With CI/CD becoming more essential, front-end developers are expected to understand these practices, especially as they work closely with back-end and DevOps teams to streamline releases and manage scalable projects. If you are curious about how CI/CD and DevOps are reshaping the role of front-end developers, you should not miss this. So that's a wrap for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Change Dude podcast. If you're excited, as I am, about the future of automation and software, make sure to subscribe and catch our next deep dive into the evolving DevOps responsibilities of front-end developers. Until then, keep learning, keep pushing forward. This is your host, Said Rafe, signing off.